Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Sport Your Enthusiasm Podcast, your weekly podcast about all your favorite sports topics and events. You know me, I am your humble host, Bryce Benjamin, along with my co-host, Ed Jesse. Ed, what's going on, my dude?
Hey, that's me. What I do?
Not much, man. How you feeling?
I'm sweating, but I'm good.
Yeah, it is pretty hot in here. I opened up a window, but
everything blocking the window.
Yeah, yeah, shit happens. And listen, man, we got a very special guest in the building. We have from the TrapNerd Podcast, from the Unorthodox Logic, producer of the TrapNerd Podcast, media guy, Marvin Crittenden.
That's correct.
Marv, what's going on, man?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas?
We need that. Yeah, get some sound bites. Actually,
I might need that from you, man.
That clap joint might be hot.
We got gunshots. We got everything. We got the Kawhi laugh.
Yes, definitely. What's going on, though, man? It's truly an honor to have you on the show, man. How you doing?
Man, I appreciate you bringing me on. I'm doing good today. You know, I had to make sure I come through, show some love. You know, I've been listening to the podcast. You know, you guys be arguing about all types of stuff.
Yo, I was listening to what we did earlier, and we definitely be bickering a lot.
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing.
It's not evil shit.
It's good to have
it's good banter.
It's good to have kind of.
I mean, think about it. If I wasn't here, you'd be talking to yourself.
Yeah, true. I'd be arguing with myself and shit.
Right, and then you just sound like a crazy person.
I mean,
I can't have that.
I appreciate
Even though,
that.
God damn, I still got to get you that damn lunch. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. That's coming up.
But y'all lost the bet.
He lost the bet.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I took the hood in them. And I lost the bet.
The hood and them, a.k.a. Adrian Broner.
Oh, hell no. I gave up on him fights ago.
Right.
Damn.
Man. But yeah, Marv, again, it's truly a pleasure to have you on the show. I mentioned on several podcasts that you guys, the TrapNerd Podcast and Matt Johnson, you guys were one of the main reasons why I was able to get this going and gave me that extra motivation to get everything rolling. So,
good, man.
Definitely a pleasure to have you on the show, man. So
I remember when you reached out to me, man.
Yeah, and then I
could have been more hands on. I'm just in school right now.
Right.
Like even my schedule now, I work till 12 a.m. on some days, 9 a.m. on other days.
Right.
This is my early day. And I just got out at 7:30.
And then you gotta go home and take care of your family and shit. So,
man. And I got a shit ton of homework. I'm dying out here.
Again, appreciate you coming by, man. And we're gonna make it a good one today.
Absolutely. I look forward to this one.
Definitely. So if you guys are listening to the show right now, you can see by the title what we're going to be talking about. NBA season just concluded, so we're definitely going to be doing a review on that. Mm-hmm. You know, give our thoughts and opinions on it. Talk about the season overall. Pick our MVPs, Rookie of the Years. You know, shit that was going on throughout the season, and then playoffs. We're going to go ahead and talk about the playoffs. Fill out our playoff brackets, I guess what we'll call it. But and then at the end of the day, pick our championship team. But before we get into all that, Marv, I do want to give you a minute to talk your fanhood. So let the fans out there listening, favorite teams, players, sports, all that, man. Go ahead.
Listen, in the real world of Niagara Falls, I want y'all to know there's not a lot of us that has been truly down from day one.
Let them know, man.
With the Philadelphia 76ers.
Let them know.
You know what I mean? My fanhood started back in 1998. I was a young, short little lad starting to play basketball. Saw this short guy crossing everybody in a shortened season. Was it short season? Yeah, short season. That was getting ready to start the shortened season.
Right.
Saw this little short guy crossing up everybody. I'm like, who was that guy? He reminds me of me. It was Allen Iverson, baby. It was Allen Iverson. And I was like, that's going to be my favorite guy because I like the guy. He's the shortest one on the court, but he's killing everybody. I think Iverson dropped like 50 that game, if I'm not mistaken. It was about crazy. So it started way back then. I've been a Philly fan ever since. I thought I was going to leave Philly when Iverson bounced. But I found myself still watching Andre Iguodala and Lou Will until Lou Will gone, and then, you know what I mean. And Andre Iguodala was, number 4 to number 9, and then, I remember that whole changeover when Chris Webber came. That was before Iverson bounced. You know what I mean. And I stayed with him, and then I watched these abysmal drafts year after year when we had Mr. Billy King. And we got his old dumbass out of there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then we got Sam Hinkie. We must pay our respects to Sam Hinkie.
Our savior.
Yeah, He made some mistakes, though. You know what I mean? Evan Turner was a mistake in 2010. I actually was a person who was against drafting Embiid.
I was, too.
I'm not gonna
lie.
I mean, we didn't look too bad the first couple of years either.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just don't believe in big men with bad knees. That's the same reason why I felt like Portland was stupid for drafting Greg Oden. And I think Portland should have grabbed Kevin Durant at that time. And look what happened with Greg Oden. You know what I mean? Big men with bad knees is always a bad thing. I was actually against drafting Jahlil Okafor. And, look how he turned out. I was against trading Fenoro knows.
He ain't get no opportunity there.
Look how we turned out.
Hashtag Duke Blue Devils.
I was against Michael Carter Williams. Look what that turned out.
Hey man, rookie of the year, man.
And I was actually against Fultz. And unfortunately, look how that turned out. I was a fan of Tatum. I felt like Tatum should have won number 1 overall. I saw Tatum play in Syracuse. I saw him play in Syracuse, actually. Me and my wife went there, and we watched the game winner when Cuse hit the game winner on them. Unfortunate for you. But, I've been following Philly for a long time. And honestly, if Philly would have followed my directions from draft night, from the point that Iverson left back in 07, I think he left in 07. I think it was 06, 07 when he left. If they'd have listened to me, we probably would have won a ring by now. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have Joel Embiid, to be completely honest with you, but we would have won a ring by now. So, but I'm a Philly fan. I know it's probably been more in a minute, but
that's good, man. Hey, I talk that Philly shit all day, baby.
Any other sport you follow?
I follow the sports, but I'm only like one team.
Okay,
it was just Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay,
I follow football. I like to see. Honestly, I like to see the Bills lose just because I like to see the people. Because I work in an office full of a bunch of Buffalo Bills fans, and their pain brings joy to my heart. You know what I mean? It just brings so much joy. It's so hilarious to see how upset people get when their favorite team loses like this. And it's like, just imagine, out of 15 people you sit next to, 14 of them are Bills fans, and they come in so depressed every Monday after the Bills lose. It is the most hilarious thing in the world. But I want the Bills to win eventually. It was nice watching them go to the playoffs, but, I mainly follow basketball as I only got one team in basketball, but I do like hockey. I like Alex Ovechkin. I wish he finally got it done.
Caps.
He finally got it done.
They just got.
I just follow Alex. That's it. You know what I mean?
They're number one. They're number 1 in their bracket.
Yeah, so I follow Alex Ovechkin. I like anybody who gets a $300 million contract in baseball. If you get $300 million, I'm your guy. Mike Trout. Actually, I was a Mike Trout over Bryce Harper guy. As well. I feel like Mike Trout was just. I like sluggers, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, Mike Trout's considered the best baseball player hands down.
And I said that a couple years ago, to be honest with you. I'm just like, yo, this dude is a beast. But Aaron Judge is coming, so we'll see.
A black king.
I'm mad I missed him. I went to the Yankees game this past summer. And it was when he was out. So
him and Braun Strowman took a picture together. I'm not sure if you know who Braun Strowman is. He's probably the biggest guy in wrestling right now, and he made him look like he was not big at all.
Aaron Judge is like 6'6".
Aaron Judge is a big ass.
Yeah, he's LeBron on the baseball field.
He really is.
Yeah, he's
That's a big
6'8", 260, 280. Monster.
I ain't seen nobody that big since fat Barry Bonds. But Barry Bonds was never that tall though. You know what I mean? Barry Bonds was a big dude.
That's a big dude. And was McGuire big?
Yeah, they was all big on the steroids.
No, I mean tall. When I say
no,
big,
not tall.
McGuire's like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, that's not tall.
It's not Aaron Judge tall.
I mean, but that's still tall.
You said, was he that big?
No, I was was he tall?
For baseball, yeah. For baseball,
the baseball people is 6'1", and you're tall.
Yeah, pretty much for baseball. They usually like them shorter guys, but
right, short and quick.
I watch any sport, to be honest with you. I love watching lacrosse during the tournament, NCAA tournament.
Okay.
Lacrosse.
Yeah.
And I watched the Frozen Four too. It was actually
the Frozen Four is here.
Yeah, it was actually in Buffalo. I could have got tickets, but my schedule sucks. So I would have loved to go. My job was like, "Hey, we got free tickets." I'm like, "What? How y'all get free tickets to the Frozen Four?"
That would have been cool to go to.
But I watch.
We're talking about stuff you don't know about.
I know the Frozen Four.
What's it?
The collegiate playoffs
for
hockey, nigga. What the fuck? What else is supposed to be?
I used to watch
lacrosse.
I actually used to watch lacrosse, man. I watched the NCAA tournament too, back when Syracuse and John Hopkins was nice. When Duke was raping
people.
Yeah, I used to watch lacrosse back then.
Allegedly, they was there.
Hashtag Duke.
They definitely raped that black queen. You know what I mean? They try to play her and throw her out there, saying her history is sketchy. She just wanted to go party with some Duke players. You know what I mean? She was probably trying to finesse. I ain't gonna knock her for her hustle. You know what I mean? There's a lot of rich guys. If you play lacrosse, you probably got money. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody from the hood play lacrosse.
Right.
So she was probably trying to finesse, but that's all right. She ain't deserve to get raped.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, turned into a dark turn there, but
absolutely.
All right, so let's get back on schedule here. So, NBA season, like I said, just concluded, man, and this is one of the better ones I've seen in a while. This NBA season was great for me.
It was. A lot of winning for us.
Right? Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Bad ending though. It's a nasty little skid on the road, man.
Yeah. For the Sixers, I kind of felt like we just didn't give a shit towards the end. Okay. We locked up the third seed. Wasn't gonna get no higher. Wasn't going to get any lower. Yeah, and they kind of just said, let's rest our starters and let's go into the playoffs as fresh as possible. So, that skid really didn't affect me too much. But We'll see what happens, man. We got the playoffs coming up. We got Brooklyn starting tomorrow. I'm excited about it.
No Embiid.
Yeah, they say he's doubtful, but that shouldn't affect it. I think we should still be able to handle them. But we're gonna talk about the playoff series.
Oh yeah.
Ed, man, anything that stands out for you in the season? Any memorable moments? Rockets fan
throughout the entire season.
Yeah. Anything that stand out for you?
No, man. I mean, what the 50-point triple doubles plural that the Beard has put up. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what else y'all want after that. I mean,
highest points per games, man. I used to always doubt these scores when they compare them to the older guys. Because I'm like, yo, until y'all start getting 5, 6, 30 points per game scores. Like Kobe, the year he won his scoring title, the second leading scorer averaged 33 points per game.
Yeah, that year was crazy.
Which was Iverson. It was Iverson. Like, you know what I mean?
I think like third or fourth was Gilbert Arenas, and he had 30.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it was like 4 or 5 guys averaging 30 points per game. I'm like, yo, these dudes ain't have to go up against a Tracy McGrady, and people are like, oh, what about Melo? I'm like, Melo only scored over 30 once. He ain't even in the league no more. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. Beard did 35. That's great. I think that's honestly phenomenal though, for real.
Yeah.
He put up 30. I think 36.1.
36.1. Yeah.
Something like
that's the highest since Kobe, right?
Yeah, that's the highest since Kobe, man.
9 50-point games. Second longest streak of 30+ points per game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Y'all hiring he that boy showed out, man. He did what he had to do to keep his team relevant and pushed them higher than. Like when Rockets first started off, they looked like shit.
Yeah.
And then like December rolled around, and then January, and then this nigga just Super Saiyan 3. That shit was it was fun watching. It was definitely fun watching. Like he was literally turning in the Sports Center every night just to see what Harden did. Yo, did he put up 30 again? Oh shit. Oh, he put up 40. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, 50 this time. Oh wow. It got to the point where I kind of got numb to it. Oh, another 50-point triple double. Oh, that's hard.
Right, another 40-something point game.
Right. Yeah, that shit was nuts. How about Giannis, man?
MVP.
Giannis was fucking balling all season, dude.
Yo,
do you like Shaq proclaimed him the new Superman? And
man, Shaq gotta stop doing
I see why, man. I see why he did it.
Stop doing
I get where is he talking about Shaq Superman? Like he's saying he's the new most dominant player in the NBA?
He's the most dominant player in the NBA.
I agree. I remember when Shaq was nobody stopped Shaq.
I also remember when Shaq said Dwight Howard was okay to call himself the next best dominant big, and then so he shouldn't be putting people on pedestals like that. Because
I mean, at the time in Orlando, Dwight was on shit, man,
and they was roughly the same age. That's all I'm saying. True.
Yeah, Dwight was the guy, but
I ain't hating though. That boy Giannis is something serious. And his story is freaking fantastic. It's the kids had to share shoes to hoop in, and his family ain't have nothing. His rookie season, he literally had to run to practices and games that was there because he didn't even have enough money for cabs because he was sending all the money home. Just 5 short years later, now we're talking about he's probably an MVP and 60-point seasons, and he's the catapult of the winning
best
franchise.
Team in the NBA.
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
record
his story is absolutely amazing, and for him to be so young, man, he's got. As long as his body holds
24,
up. As long as his body holds up, man, jeez.
Yo, the way he plays is literally like 2K. Like, he's literally a 2K player. Like, he literally goes into the paint. I'm coming. Bring whoever you want. I'm dunking.
Yeah.
Whose game is more 2K, him or Steph Curry?
I'll put Harden more 2K than Steph Curry.
Okay.
Yeah, I see. Like I literally, I play 2K a lot. Like I see niggas do that Harden shit on 2K. It pisses me off.
Yeah,
that shit just dribble,
the
step back. Oh my god!
And they get it,
come on,
bruh.
With Harden or like everybody?
Everybody.
Like,
everybody.
They little my players. A lot of them like to make their my players like Harden.
Everybody a guard on 2K is literally Harden. Every guard. This shit is ridiculous. And then Giannis is just like I'm coming into the paint, I'm dunking on you, and then they sag off, and people try to check him with centers, it doesn't work.
Nope.
And you try to check him with a guard, it doesn't work. He's literally unguardable. That shit is fucking phenomenal.